Oh boy.
Yeah.
Man, got an interesting sense of humor.
Alright, clean start here from Bazzy with a huge double Tetris. But Noomoi, like, it's very clean game so far. Like, not
Able
a
to
single
answer it
line
right
of
back with
cheese
his
sent.
own.
Oh,
That's a crucial misdrop on the spin there from Bazzy.
yeah.
Able to
okay,
clean
he's
it
able
out.
to find his way out, but he
I'm
does need
shocked
marking.
Noomoi wasn't
Yeah.
able to punish it, man. Honestly.
Bazzy getting that eyepiece at the perfect moment when he needs it. Really saved him there from
wow. The
what
big
could have
What an
done.
interesting...
single into T-spin double, but he's still dead.
Yeah, what an interesting option, though. I feel like it would have been more important there to prioritize downstack, that game sense that CZ likes talking about. You know?
Yeah,
but,
honestly, I do think that is generally a good policy. If you're not in the position to take any garbage, then you probably shouldn't send any. At least that's what it feels like. You know, you get punished most for in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the best case scenario, like, you move your opponent up a little bit, but the chances are they're still, you know, not necessarily at the top of their board, and if they are, then, you know, that's probably good. But if they're, you know, somewhere in the middle, they can take it, and the worst case scenario is you just gave them the free ammo to kill you.
Yeah.
So it's a real touchy line sometimes.
Yeah, it very much is. Yeah, and that tightrope analogy, I think Modest made earlier, I think like that's perfect for this kind of situation. You know, you do kind of wait for opportunities, but at the same time, you have to kind of keep up with what's going on in the match. Otherwise, you can, you know, easily just get toppled over by some kind of reverse spike or, you know, whatever it is. You always want to be prepared, and you do want to play it safe, at least in some spots.
Ooh, a little bit of a weird hold for Bazzy there.
Finds a good solution, though. I think Noomoi is doing a really good job at finding, A, being able to time, especially with pass-through, and B, just using that timing into great effect to survive some of Bazzy's spikes. And I feel like that's what's really giving him the edge so far.
He's also kind of able to use that to see when Bazzy's kind of in a bit of an awkward situation, kind of gassed out there. Like you saw at the end, you know, Bazzy made a little bit of weird placement. He found a creative solution, but it kind of took that half second or so that Noomoi needed to just completely overwhelm him.
Yes.
And I think that's the thing that he's pretty good at, noticing what he can do.
Yeah.
Noomoi's starting to really kind of take off with this one
Run
here.
away with it, yeah.
So insanely efficient.
Yeah.
And playing like almost, you know, a half piece, a little over half a piece slower, but still in the game.
Yeah, Noomoi, he's just really, I think he's gaining the advantage. He isn't necessarily sending more, but he's sending it where it counts, and that's, yeah, I think that's where the advantage is coming from.
Just the right punch. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Like if you throw out 50 punches and none of them hit, you know, did the punches really matter? Oh, that is a rough misdrop from Noomoi, though. Might be an opportunity for Bazzy. It looks like that's the case.
Yeah, kind of getting hung up with the top. It's interesting. You see both players go for the PCO, but like slightly differently. It's always fascinating to see how every player just approaches that one just slightly differently.
Yeah.
Oh
Noomoi getting pushed way up. Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah, Noomoi is the one getting pushed up now. The last 3 games, I think Noomoi. I do believe you were right in saying that Noomoi does pick his spots really well. At the moment, I think Bazzy is making some good adjustments. Whoa, that was interesting.
You see
on
him,
TeamTSD That was a huge combo. Wow. But yeah, let's go. Micro approved my analysis. Love to see it.
I do think Noomoi picks his spots well. The only issue that I'm seeing at the moment is he makes interesting compromises with his stack just to extend it. So the first 3 games that I saw, the spikes were really on point with Noomoi because he would keep getting consistently good ones here and there, consistent multiplier combos specifically, and that was enough to out pressure Bazzy and what he was able to defend at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, Bazzy's got a lot of ammunition though. I don't know if Numo's ready. Okay, never mind. He was ready. Never doubted him for a moment in my mind.
he got a great multiplier combo there to boot as well. And those were the ones that I was referring to. Oh no, that misdrop.
He's in it though.
And he's still
with a
able
huge
to find,
attack.
Like,
look at some of the cheese at the bottom of Numoi's board right now. I feel like that could come into play right here. How's he gonna get through this? Okay,
yes,
barely in time.
Okay. Great solutions there. Oh
Ooh,
no!
the miss hole.
Crucial misdrop.
no.
Yeah. Really unfortunate.
Though I'm not quite sure, misdrop or not, it looked like Bazzy still had a TSD Tetris spike ready to go at the end of that board, so I think there is still yet more pressure to come.
Yeah.
Noomoi made an
down stack for
decision
Noomoi.
at the beginning of this game. He chose to do this T-spin single instead, being very cautious with his sends, I think.
Noomoi tying it right back up. You know.
Another T-spin single by Noomoi. It's an interesting opening.
Yep. Alright. Bazzy able to downstack through all that cheese. Now Noomoi the cheesed one.
Noomoi really able to move on through it, hit the big multiplier.
Wow.
Dude, those multipliers Noomoi is finding. Amazing. Because Bazzy doesn't really have that kind of... Oh, and he... I wonder if Bazzy's just intentionally not taking the PC there. Because I do think Noomoi is one of those players that you want to be careful about what you send to, especially since, you know, we did establish he does pick and choose his spots. Okay. Yeah, very stack stability conscious. Oh, that was an amazing...
Finding so many creative spikes. Noomoi just has so many good ideas. It's insane. That spin from Noomoi? You guys see that? Let's go.
I had to think about that one twice. Like, was that actually what I just
do
saw?
a double take? Yeah.
Insane fast that.
Oh,
but that Tetris,
the
that eye block
yeah.
gonna really block it off there.
Yeah.
Always hate when it happens. Just, you know, locks prematurely to an edge of, you know.
See that MKO TSS again.
Yeah.
It does set up pretty nicely things afterwards. We do see what he's gonna get in that there. He's really able to keep. He's really able to just keep like this overall surface of his board just insanely clean. A lot of the time.
Yeah. Right.
And I think that's something that kind of helps him get away with playing slower. That doesn't necessarily have to think as much or go as fast. Think about where he's going to place every little thing.
Yeah,
I mean, I
it
think
does
he
feel
still
like
thinks about it, right? But
yeah, Noomoi
it
is
just, yeah.
creating a lot of space for himself to really think through these situations. I do think Bazzy playing very fast, but which doesn't necessarily always mean a good thing. He is getting into these spots. I mean, both players are at the top of their field, but just look at Bazzy's field compared to Noomoi's. Oh, okay, so
Yeah, it took
immediately
about
pieces up.
it took about 100 pieces for me to feel a little bit of anxiety for Numoy's board here. First time in that game.
Amazing
He
down
is out.
stacking.
He still gets out.
Kind of. Is he out? He's not out yet.
He's getting
Ooh.
there, but that's looking, yeah.
Is he able to even this one in
Tie it up. This is
the closest
Down to the
top 8 game
wire.
we've seen so far?
Yup.
yeah. I'm not seeing a true advantage by any of them. They're making adjustments as we go along. You know, one or the other is playing solidly at varying times.
Noomoi opting not to take PCs. Very interesting.
Yeah, I saw him do that earlier. One of the earlier rounds. I mentioned that Bazzy's been doing that as well. The one round. Interesting strategy.
I
Yeah.
do think the meta might be veering more towards
Look at that. That's such a clean spike for both players. Sorry,
Ooh,
didn't mean
that's
to
gonna
interrupt.
catch.
My bad.
That's gonna catch
Yeah, no
Numoy kind of off.
Got a little excited. Alright, Noomoi, a bit of an odd spot. Bazzy lagging?
Yeah,
Oh,
see that
just
a little
waiting?
bit. They're back in it.
Yeah.
Ooh, so
no.
Big
clean.
spike on a Noomoi.
no.
So clean.
Yeah, just pushed up right there. Noomoi.
Yeah, Noomoi just put his pieces over his holes, and you know he wasn't able to recover in time for that spike that came.
Yeah. Alright, Noomoi got a super clean well here. He was thinking about that Kaiden, but didn't opt for it. Probably
Yeah,
smart. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
not
Bazzy's
the
able
not
to
the
work
right
off that now.
I think that's great awareness. Oh no,
Well,
those
what about that
compromises.
L?
Yeah,
So much
when you start
pressure.
making a hold like that, Noomoi just yeah, he's gotta really shape up his stack to take less risks. I think those compromises are really hurting his stack. He's gonna have
Yeah.
to like not create so many dependencies is what I'm noticing. Is the main issue, and like where Bazzy is really getting the edge.
Yeah, he's kind of dancing dangerously high up here.
Yeah, this could be another one of those situations.
Yeah,
Man,
it's
game point.
really tough. I think Bazzy's definitely sort of cleaned up his pressure here. And Noomoi, on the other hand, it feels like he's only gotten messier. I don't want to say messier because he's still playing very clean, but I think he's...
well, he's
yeah.
in my view, he's making a couple of strange compromises, and making his stack messier than it needs to be. I think he would benefit from just playing it more simply. I think he's a very good down stacker, so he doesn't really need to get too intricate with that.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh,
Unfortunate cue
not
there.
quite enough.
But yeah,
Bazzy
an
kinda
impressive
able
showing
to-
from Bazzy. Yeah.
Very
Running away with
impressive.
it.
Yeah, it was really looking like Noomoi's game at the beginning, especially with that 3-0, and then Bazzy just came back 3-3, and then I think
Yep.
for the rest of the game, at least until the middle of it, maybe around I think like 6-6 was where it just